have taken over the hallowed ground between the hedges, and you know the dogs are ready to bite. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play.
There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The sure hands, it's Powell. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snagged in the middle, it's Powell. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They just keep firing. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Going deep. Makes the grab at the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Powell. Touchdown, no! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. To throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's White. Breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Back to pass on 2nd down. The screen, and watch out. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. The give from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Great tough running by the running back. Low to the ground. Continues to drive his legs and push the pile to get that 1st down.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's White. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on third down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia. Great job by the back on the option. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? And it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Give to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Barry. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes a grab past the marker. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Caught over the middle. It's Powell. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Handoff from the gun. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
He's got him along the sideline. Beautiful footwork for the first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Look out, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Russ. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They try to get it outside on the left. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play and to force a negative.
Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. At the 40, there he goes. Turning on the Jets. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He'll ride his man on the option. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Man, you see the option being such a pain in the behind in the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Got room to work. Can't get him to the ground. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Georgia going up tempo. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's White. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Looking for a huge play. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under fire. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Good, right down the boulevard. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly and push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Returner goes out of bounds.
Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 45 on its way. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Seminoles want to move quickly. Gets away. The Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's Ferry. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. Now up by 4 here in the 3rd quarter. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Tulsa is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in Chapman Stadium. They're trailing by just 4 to Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun. Just a short pass to the tight end. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Toss to the outside. Spins away from the defense. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll try to run for it. Running into the open space. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They'll go to the toss. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And it is still a 4-point deficit.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
To throw, it's Sperry. Trying to get behind the defense. Snags it at the 30 and still running. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Georgia going up tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. What a dynamic play on that last one. Clips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Picks up the first down, still moving. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the red zone, looking for a man. Zings it complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Fighting off the defender. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
A little bit inside, a little bit outside. Nice job. Hey, keep them guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't do a good job here. Nice positive gain. Now let's go get 7.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Got his man. He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass, it's Sperry. Throws to the back. Meyer just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Still running at the 40. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And under critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking downfield on first down. Sends it downfield. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Noles. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. To the air. It's Sperry. Oh, they're after him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get them on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's Sperry. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple. But the team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. On the option. He'll toss it. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown Seminoles. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Taylor. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's taking the deep shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. He takes the knee, and it took a while, but they are finally into the win column. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of the season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
you.